Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Amelia.
And my name is Afika Shazana.
So for our project, we have chosen Case 3, Aging Population Health Monitoring System. So the introduction of this project is it is the initiative that have been made to design, develop and implement health monitoring system for elderly people who prefer to live alone instead of their adult children or retirement home. This system is expected to support various wearable sensors, home built-in sensors, and contain onboard general computing capability for individual event detection, alerts, and communication with various medical information services.
So, our business objective is to develop systems that support various wearable sensors for elderly people who living alone. And the current situation and problem opportunity statement is in 2035, the percentage of population in Malaysia above the age of 65 is forecasted to be at 13.17%. With the growing number of the overall Malaysian population, this percentage growth from 6.2% in 2000 is seen as an alarming rate for the country. Elders at this range age need support in medical and health monitoring, but they depend on the government since they are no longer taxpayer. In addition to that, the most of them prefer to living alone instead of living with their children or at retirement home.
So the critical assumption and constraint is the proposed system is expected to support various wearable sensors, home built-in sensors, and contain onboard general computing capabilities for individual event detection. Example like falling, difficulty in breathing, heart rate, movement, and behavior within the house. It will give alerts and communication with various medical informatic services.
For analysis of option and recommendation, there is option for addressing this opportunity. First, hire a system developer for project manager. Second, within 2 weeks, develop a clear work breakdown structure, scope statement, and Gantt chart detailing the work required to complete the aging population health monitoring system project. The third one is hold weekly progress meeting with the core project and the team and the sponsor. The fourth is conduct through software testing per the approved test plan.
The preliminary project requirement is the main feature of the Aging Population Health Monitoring System project include the following, such as the purpose of this system is to provide extended monitoring for elderly patients, especially those under medical critical illness, data collection and significant cases, and remote consultation for elderly people. A prototype of this system in a real home of an elderly patient, complete with the installation of the said detection, sensors, and system architecture is expected to be the outcome of the project.
So the budget estimate and financial analysis is the cost is 1 million, and then the estimate. This estimate is based on project manager working about 80 hours per week for 6 months and other internal staff working a total about 60 hours per week for 6 months. The customer representative will not be paid for their assistance. A staff project manager will earn RM100 per hour. The hourly rate for the other project team member will be 80 ringgit per hour, since some hour normally billed to client may be needed for this project. The initial cost estimate also includes 35,000 for purchasing software for application and services from supplier. After the project is completed, maintenance costs are of 20,000 included for each year, primarily to update the information and coordinate the expert features and other hardware maintenance.
Project's benefits are to monitor health for elderly people who live alone. Project benefits are also based on small increase in profit due to new business generated by the project. The project benefit will be 500,000 for the first year and 700,000 for the second year and 900,000 for the third year. If the new application increase business by just 1% using past profit information, increased profit due to new business would be at least 200,000 ringgit each year. Total project benefit therefore are more than 500,000 ringgit per year. Exhibit summarize the project cost and benefit are shows the estimate net present value NPV, return of the investment ROI, and year in which payback occurs. It also lists assumption made in performing this preliminary financial analysis. All of the financial estimates are very encouraging. The estimate payback is within 1 year as requested by the sponsor. The NPV is 995,200 and discounted ROI based on 3-year system life is excellent as 94%.
The schedule estimate is the milestone to complete aging population health monitoring system project is within 6 months. And there is some potential risk for this project, which is there is a chance for a project to be involved with risk. No matter how well the team planned, the project can always encounter an unexpected problem. The members can get sick or quit, and the resources of the project depending on turn out to unavailable. The executive become disengaged with project and there could be conflict between executive stakeholder, disrupt project, or there is a disagreement over project issue at the executive level. So the product characteristic and requirement is, first we need multiple parameter sensing. This product contain multiple sensing element or have flexible add-on ports that support various sensor nodes to monitor different parameters including temperature, humidity, vibration and pressure. Onboard power management. Power consumption is an avoidable characteristic of sensor system that strongly influence the life of sensor system. The most common portable power supplies used to power the sensor systems are battery. The power management allows the user to set different mode to optimize the power consumption.
Okay. Number 3 is onboard memory and memory management. Onboard memory is a memory contained within sensor system. It is used to store both the sensor's own information, like sensor identity, battery status, embedded algorithm, as well as the collected data. Memory management is another characteristic used to optimize the use of the onboard memory. Sensor system with the memory management allows the user to program the sample rate. The sensors can also be programmed by specifying threshold values for measurement. The next is embedded signal processing software. Embedded signal processing software integrated in the sensor memory enables immediate and localized processing of the raw sensor data. The computational capability is used to reduce the size of raw sensor data and thus free up memory for more data storage. Embedded signal processing software also permits a smaller amount of data to be transmitted to the base station, resulting in lower power consumption.
The fifth one is method of data transmission. Once data is collected by the sensor system, it is typically transmitted to a base station for a post-analysis. In general, the method for data transmission are either wireless or wired. Wireless transmission refers to the transmission of data without the use of a wired connection. And the sixth one is size and weight. In some applications, the size of sensor may become the most important selection criteria due to the limitation of available space for mounting the sensor or due to the inaccessibility of location to be sensed. Additionally, the weight of the sensor may be important in certain applications such as vibration and shock measurement using accelerometer, since the added mass can change in the system response. Scope validation and change control. For this session, it will develop a survey to determine critical features of the monitoring system from client. The second one is documented the requirement gathered from the survey. Review internal and external templates and example of project management. Gain approval from the project manager. Develop the health monitoring system.
Prepare the validation document to formalizing the acceptance of the project deliverables. Establish the requirement traceability metric based on requirement gathered. The verified the deliverables have been confirmed to the accuracy of the correctness through the control quality process. The stakeholders, the project manager and the project sponsor has reviewed the quality control process to verify the deliverables. And then project manager had prepared the summary report and system is released to the end user for use. If there is any request on changes, the stakeholders need to submit the individual change requests, and the project manager will document the initial impact analysis of the request change. After that, change control board will document the final decision regarding the request change.
For quality standard requirement, there is some list for this session is for the expectation, getting people to use the system. The requirement is the 90% hardware and system will be ready within 2 weeks after system rolls out. In monitoring an elderly patient, the system should help the elderly patient with the detection sensor and system architecture. The third one is the hardware must work well, which is if the hardware works well, then it will reduce the cost from the annual consumption.
The next expectation is very user-friendly. The requirement is remote consultation for elderly people, and then productivity, support various variable sensors, home built-in sensor, and contain onboard general computing capabilities for individual event detection, alerts, and communication with various medical information services. The next expectation is fast. The requirement is capability to detect falling, difficulty in breathing, heart rate, movement, and behavior within the house. The next is user acceptance test. The system must through the testing for 2 months before the system rolls out.